Yo, man, I know I just made a video, but I gotta make another one. I mean, dude, I just went on a date with a chick, and we were vibing pretty well. Most of the date, we were vibing pretty fucking well until she asked me, well, how do you feel about the lesbian, the LBGT community, the gay community? She asked me how I feel about the gay community. I'm like, well, sweetheart, I'm dating you, a female. Why would you ask me about how I feel about the LBGT community? This politically correct shit has gone way too fucking far. I mean, I can't even go on a date with a woman without her asking me about how gay people get down. I don't care what they do. That's not my life. That has nothing to do with me. She's like, well, the only reason I ask is because, I have a lot of gay friends. I'm like, fucking outstanding. Fucking great. Because, she was like, well, if you accept me, you have to accept my gay friends. Why the hell do I have to deal with that bullshit, man? I'm sorry, that's not my life. I refuse to make that my life. And on top of that, it's biologically proven that men and other men and women and other women shouldn't be together. You can look this up when you get a chance. The pH balance of a woman's vaginal canal is directly matched with the pH balance of a man's sperm. That means biologically, man and woman were made to be together. The pH balance of a man's asshole and another man's dick do not match. Or the pH balance of two pussies bumping together does not fucking match. It's whatever. But if y'all want to be with the same sex, whatever, that's fine. It's whatever. But just let it be known that that's why the HIV rates are so high amongst the gay community. Because of shit like that. And then on top of that, if you a guy fucking with another guy, it's like you exposing your urethra to another person's fecal matter, like a man's fecal matter. So yes, you're going to catch HIV easier going that route. That's why HIV and syphilis rate is higher in that community. But I just don't fuck with it, I just don't fuck with it. And it just doesn't make sense why I would be on a date and a woman would ask me how I feel about that bullshit. I'm like, yo, man, it's just, you can't even go to a straight porn site nowadays without seeing a couple of links to some gay porn shit somewhere on the side. I'm like, damn, are you fucking kidding me? And I feel sorry for the children nowadays because they gotta be fucking raised in this type of shit. Man, I turned on the fucking TV the other day. I passed VH1. It was this show called Love and Hip Hop Miami. And it was another guy. It was two guys together. One guy straddling another guy's lap, talking about how he wanted his dick and shit. I'm like, wow, they showing this shit on TV? Lord have mercy. I'm sorry. I grew up in the days where that shit was not fucking cool, man. I mean, if you want to do that, okay, fine. But just don't fucking put me around that shit, it's just, can't even go on a date without fucking being asked about how you feel about gay people. I'm like, come on, man. It's whatever. That's their lifestyle. This is my lifestyle. I should not have to be forced to goddamn agree with fucking sodomy. I'm sorry, I don't care for it. I think a man and a woman supposed to be together. It's like, how the fuck you think you got on this earth? Because your mom and your father procreated and made you. Just fucking saying. And that's one of the reasons why I stopped being a sex ed teacher, man. A health and phys ed teacher. Because, man, I'm supposed to be teaching about the male reproductive system, the female reproductive system, and what they go through separately, and then how they come together and create life. I'm supposed to be teaching that. But now they got They got us fucking incorporating alternative lifestyles into the curriculum, and I'm like, God damn, are you fucking kidding me? They got us reading that book, I Have Two Mommies, and the shit is ridiculous. This shit is fucking ridiculous, man. It's like, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, enough is enough. I'm sick and tired of having to kowtow and cater to these motherfuckers and having to be politically correct about this shit, man. I'm like, no, man. I don't fuck with that shit. That shit is wrong. Like I said, I don't fucking... Look, I get along fine with gay people. Though, you know, I ain't got no problem with them as far as being individual goals. I think a lot of them are fucking nice as hell and they fucking pretty cool. But does that mean I agree with their lifestyle altogether? No. Hell, it might be shit that I don't do that they agree with. But should they be forced to fuck with my beliefs? Like, I might be a different religion than them. Or should I force my religious beliefs on them? Should I force my whole entire life philosophy on them? No. So why should they force their fucking philosophy on me and their lifestyle on me? It makes no sense. I mean, keep in mind, and like I said, I also drew blood for a living. I draw blood for a living, man. And keep in mind, the majority of high five cases, we call it high five, but it's HIV. The majority of high five cases are gay men. And that's for a reason. I told you about the pH balance shit earlier. I told you about the fucking, you know, I told about that shit not matching. I told you about being exposed to blood, fecal matter, and semen within male-on-male relationships. So yes, that creates a cocktail for disaster. I just don't understand why the fuck shit like that is happening. I mean, back in the day, you used to be able to watch shows like The Cosby Show, Family Matters, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and you have the mother and the father raising children that they created and teaching them about life. And now, you got shit like Modern Family, where you got one guy who wants to be the man, one guy that wants to be the woman, or I don't know what terms y'all use for that, but one decides they want to be the woman, one decides they want to be a man, and then raise children. I'm like, this is the world that we live in today. Well, this is the American society that we live in today, and it's fucking, it's just, you know, the shit turns my stomach, man. You know, it really does. You know, all I gotta say is, you know, live your life. Gay and straight people, live your life. It is what it is. Just don't force it on me. That's all I gotta say. Peace.